Okay, and we are back. Welcome to the High Button Podcast.
28?
We are at episode 28, believe it or not.
We're almost at 30.
Almost at 30.
Almost at 29.
The date is April 7th. It's a Friday. The year is 2017.
2017. What a year it's been so far.
They call me Justin Belanger. The gentleman to my right, he goes by Tommy Guns Jr. Tommy?
Justin.
How have you been?
You know what? I'm definitely rebounding off that sickness.
What was the sickness from?
I just had the flu. I don't know what it was. I think I ate...
Eating habits?
But I find when I get the flu, I normally notice it right after I eat something. And then it just...
It's fair enough.
Bad pasta.
I find if I don't eat well for a good amount of...
What are you going with the mic there? I kind of like that. Best not mess with it now.
If I don't eat well for a week, my metabolism gets all fucked up. And
what do you know about your metabolism? How do you know if your metabolism's good or not?
If I eat a lot of bread and I don't drink a lot of water, I know my metabolism is shit.
How do you know that?
I just know, because I've done it before.
You know your body?
I wouldn't say I know my body to the 100%. I'd say you don't know your body until you're at least 30 years of age. But at the humble age of 25, I'd say I know my body a little bit, yes. And I know that if I want to feel healthy, I need to eat greens, eat a lot of pasta, drink a lot of water. That's probably the biggest key.
To me, it's fruit. I eat a lot of fruit.
Yeah, fruit's a big one for me too. But
fruit's it's a big thing that it may not fill you, but it gives you energy throughout the day.
What's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable?
A vegetable is usually low calorie.
Okay.
It's something that you can eat a lot of, and there's not much nutritional. There might be some.
So a fruit has more calories?
Oh yeah, fruit's like your energy. Lots of sugars in fruit, but it's healthy sugar. It's not like.
What's your favorite fruit?
Mango, by far. Boy, am I a mango fan.
I think it moved.
Yeah, huge mango guy.
I'm a banana man myself. I love the peel.
Can I specify the type of mango?
Go ahead. You
gotta go with the mango from Thailand, not the Mexican mango.
So there's mangoes from Thailand and Mexico. You prefer Thailand?
Yeah, it's a sweeter. It's a more yellow. It's like a fruitier. It's much more.
What's the color of a mango on the outside?
The ones from Thailand are yellow. The Mexican ones are like a yellowish greenish red.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Thailand and get a mango off a mango tree. That'd be an erotic feeling.
It's on my
exotic, not erotic.
To-do list. It's on my to-do list right after bump into Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's right before go streaking at a minor league baseball game.
That could be this summer.
But not in a town that I live in.
Okay. That was a great start to the podcast.
Not bad. I even want to talk about something since early this morning. It's not a topic. It's not a question. It's not even really anything.
What is it?
I want to tell you a conversation I had with a coworker today. And it really... You're blocking the high button. Move over. Too close. You're too close. So a gentleman I work with, Jordan. Hey, buddy. I know you're listening.
Hey, Jordan. How you doing today?
Big bow tie guy.
Why is he a big bow tie guy?
I asked him that today. I said, bow tie. How come? He said, because I'm short, and when I wash my hands, my tie falls into the sink and I get my tie wet.
Oh, wow.
That's something I've never thought of.
You don't think about that being a tall individual.
No, but why is the height? I guess when I lean down,
you gotta think about it.
Sink.
But when I'm tall and I lean down to wash my hands or anything like that, not to piss, but when to wash my hands, if I have a bow tie, a tie, that'll get wet. I know that. Why does it have, like, what, wouldn't he just shorten it, shorter? Like, why does he have to have a bow?
He's closer to the sink, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Splash thing?
I don't know.
Is it because when he leans against the counter? Because I often have this issue where men's washrooms usually have wet counters. And, like, if I'm washing my hands, I'll lean my, like, pants against the counter, and I'll step back, and, like, the front of my pants will be wet.
Yeah.
From the counter. Is it that...
Is a bow tie more expensive than a tie?
I think they're comparable. I think a tie... I think a tie is a tie.
Where do you buy a bow tie? You can buy the bow tie at the same place as a tie?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't see why not.
That's an interesting theory. I've never heard of, I don't really talk to people that have that problem, but he works at a bank and he wears a bow tie. So that he's a classy individual. He knows what he's doing. He's been in society long enough to know that a tie doesn't work for him.
This is the first banker I've seen with a bow tie.
How tall is he? 5'5", 5'6"? 5'7"?
I'd say around there.
5'5", 5'6"?
Yeah.
That's awesome that he's able to have so much self-awareness that he knows that
he's probably tired of running through ties.
Well, that's where the self-awareness thing comes in. He knows that he can't wear a tie. He's made that adjustment in his life. How old do you think he is?
He's younger. He's over 23.
So at the age of 23, 24 years old, he has enough self-awareness to be like, what's his name? Jordan?
Yeah.
He says to himself, Jordan, I cannot wear a tie.
I can't keep running through my tie allowance. And
I think a lot of men out there don't know or don't have enough self-awareness. I don't think they might reach the age of 50. Awareness. And they say, I'm going to keep rocking a tie. But no, this Jordan guy reaches the age of 23 to 24, and he goes, you know what? I'm not a tie guy.
He doesn't have to worry about ties for the rest of his life.
I respect that so much.
Age.
And you know what? He could probably make a business out of that because not a lot of people know how to tie bow ties. He could be like he could be like a cab driver for bow tie people. He could drive people to events that
cab driver for bow tie people.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that go to these events that don't know how to tie bows, and they get someone at the event to tie the bow for them.
This is a big thing for you. You mentioned this back with the tuxedo at the Grammys.
Yeah,
tying a bow tie. Has there been a scenario, or is there a story?
Yes, prom, high school.
Of course.
We had to call my neighbor, my second neighbor. My neighbor didn't even know how to do it, so we had to get my second neighbor, the neighbor, and he knew how to tie the bow tie. My dad didn't even know how to tie the bow tie.
Yeah, strange.
So I'm always scared of a bow tie because I don't know how to tie it. I don't like being in situations where I'm not comfortable and I don't know what to do. That's why I like podcasting, because I always know what to do in every single situation. Every single topic.
You have a fan question for us?
I got a couple fan questions. We're picking up steam here.
Picking up steam.
I've never picked up steam in my life. So it feels good to finally pick up a little steam.
Not a steam man.
So this question comes from Andrew Graham, coming all the way from Halifax, Nova Scotia, on the east coast of Canada.
Indeed. They're not going to hear this till tomorrow.
He says, why do girls take so many pictures of avocados?
Because the avocado is an exotic fruit. It's a superfood.
It's a fruit? I thought it was a vegetable.
No, it has a nut.
A nut? So
that's what a fruit is. Something with a nut or a seed.
You just blew my mind. An avocado is a fruit.
What do you think it was?
A vegetable.
No, it's a fruit. And it's delicious. You know what? By itself, I don't like a plain avocado. But as soon as I think avocado is a great butter substitute on toast, on a sandwich. It's a great mayonnaise substitute if you're looking to be healthy.
Let's stick to the question.
Why do they take the pictures? Because avocados are hot.
What does an avocado represent on a daily basis to the modern, to the culture, to the hip young culture? What does an avocado represent?
Okay.
Health.
This young female.
Yeah.
She posts a photo of an avocado. Mm-hmm. What does this mean about her?
What a guy? A guy sees a girl posting a picture of an avocado. Girl sees it. What does that mean?
It means one, she's healthy. Mm-hmm. Two, she's hip. She knows what's hot right now. Mm-hmm. She is up to date with what's going on.
Are you listening to this, Andrew? This is high information that you're getting from high button information.
Three, she has culinary skills because Lord knows how difficult it is to maneuver an avocado.
There's a lot of things that go into cutting an avocado. There's at least 4 steps.
Know when it's ripe?
Mm-hmm. That's true. You got to feel it. You got to listen to it. You got to talk to it.
So it shows a lot of intuition.
That's a great word to use.
It's
the avocado.
The intuition of the avocado. That's the name of my first novel, actually.
I think girls like to take pictures with avocados. Very
with
similar.
Avocados? Like, hey, this is me, my avocado.
This is Avi, my avocado. I just think it represents health, purity.
Purity. That's a good one.
I think it might say that you meditate. I think it might also say that you're a vegetarian. I think it also might say that you're a vegan. I think it might also say that you care about not killing animals. I think it says a lot of things.
So you just said the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but it sounded a little bit educational when I said it in different ways. I think it sounds like I'm educated when I say it in a bunch of different ways when it really means the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
So yeah, it's just a modern, hip fruit, apparently, not a vegetable. Fruit.
And you know what? The avocado's here to stay.
You think, the avocado is here to stay. That'll be here till we die. What do you think the next big fruit is coming out?
The mango, buddy.
The mango's making the mango.
Actually, papaya.
The papaya's
getting hot now.
I'm gonna stick with the mango.
Papaya's like, it's papaya is what the real, like the true hipsters are doing. Oh, they already did the mango.
But the fake hipsters...
The fake hipsters are on mango now.
Fake hipster, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And they're there for a while.
We should go to a real hipster coffee shop one of these days. Just catch a vibe. Just see what's going on. I haven't been to Main Street yet. We'll go. We should go. Commercial, yeah, that's the real hipsters. The real hipsters hang out on Commercial Street.
Let's go. You work tomorrow?
I'm off at 3.
Let's go. I'll pick you up from work.
Okay, and then we'll go to a real hipster shop and we'll see what they're eating. We'll see what they're mixing up.
I want to get a haircut in Hipster Town.
I'll take a video of it. We'll get some good footage tomorrow.
Oh,
tomorrow's gonna be a great day.
I love a nice.
All you high button fans out there.
Planned Saturday.
We also have another. Should I mention the Korean connection coming to the high button?
Let's save that.
Well, let me say we have a Korean connection coming to the high button. We're gonna
Oriental flavor.
We're gonna introduce him on Monday. He's we have a lot of people maybe that are listening to this. You might not know that we have a big fan base over in Korea, and we have
North Korea, not South.
And we have a big following over there, and we have an individual that represents us over there, puts billboards up, things like that. We're gonna introduce him to the public on Monday, so stay tuned for that.
Do we have another fan?
We do have another fan question. Let me get it for you. This comes from AMAC. I played lacrosse with this guy. We went over to Prague together. AMAC. I don't think you have. Great defender when it comes to the lacrosse. Very, very good. Good guy, too. His question is, why is I before E a rule? Barely any words that agree.
So I wouldn't say barely any words that agree. There's still the majority of words do agree. There are just some very common words that don't agree.
Well, I think that's the key word to use is common. There's a lot of common words that don't agree. You don't have to agree with the question. You just have to elaborate on it a little bit.
It's a general rule. Like, if you know the exceptions, then you're not going to have a problem.
I'm not the best speller, I'll admit it. I don't know how to spell a lot of words, but that, I think, is what makes me an interesting person, because I like to ask questions.
If I'm going to twist the subject very briefly, I'm going to say autocorrect has ruined spelling for me. I used to be a pretty decent speller, and I can't spell with a lick right now.
I'm going to agree with you.
I can't even say which words have the exception in the received. I just jam them together. Autocorrect fixes it for me. And I'm getting dumber by the minute. More dumb. Dumber. More dumb.
Have you ever seen the episode of South Park where Steve Jobs turns like people into centipedes and he tries to make them sign the contract?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't sign the contract. They turn him into an Asian voice.
Have you ever seen the real Human Centipede?
The movie? No, I get scared of those. I can't watch those movies.
They're just some next level shit.
I do want to see. Have you seen the trailer for Peel? What's his name? Jay Peel.
Key and Peele.
Okay, but the first guy, not the.
Get Out.
Get Out. Have you seen the trailer for that?
The trailer. I've been trying to watch the movie. I just had.
Well, it's still in theaters. I don't think it's online.
Yeah, but I had it on the Android box, but it kept like lagging.
Anyways, it looks funny. It looks scary. It looks hilarious. It looks sad. I want to see it.
Long story short, AMAC, I don't have an answer for you. I think it's a trick that some idiot thought of.
AMAC, the I before E rule. I think that really comes into play with a lot of people that write literature on a day-to-day basis. I'm just not one of those people. And, asking a podcaster, the reason I got into the podcasting business is so I don't have to write anything down. So I'm not good with the I before E rule. I'm not a literature guy. Do I write scripts? Yes, but the spelling mistakes in there are horrendous. I have the I before E rule. It's terrible in there. But that's my thought on the I before E rule. So those are the only 2 questions I have for the fan. Thank you, AMAC, for the question. We appreciate that. Keep bringing the love our way.
Yeah, thank you, AMAC.
Great defender.
Great defender.
Great lacrosse player.
Great lacrosse player. Now, we've all seen T-shirts with nice quotes on them.
We have.
We've also seen like sweaters with nice quotes on them.
We have
funny quotes, deep quotes, whatever the quote may be.
There's a lot of quotes out there.
Yeah, quotes are huge.
Quote me on that.
What's the difference of the quote on a T-shirt and the quote on a hoodie? You want to take this one? I feel like you have a strong opinion about this.
If you're buying a sweatshirt that has a quote on it, I feel like you are going to stand behind that quote a little bit longer than whether or not you buy a T-shirt that has a quote on it.
Simply for financial reasons.
Think about it, people. If you buy a T-shirt that has a quote on it, the T-shirt's $20, you're going to stand behind that quote for a good month, maybe 2, and then throw it out. You buy a hoodie with a quote on it, you got to stand behind that quote for a good year. You're not throwing a hoodie out. You're not throwing a hoodie out with a quote on it. You got to stand behind it.
At least a good winner.
So I feel posers are the people out there that buy quotes
bonfire season
with T-shirts. And if you really stand behind a quote, I feel like you got to buy it with a sweater on it. That's just my opinion. Don't get mad at me for it. Like, I'm just voicing my opinion.
What about someone,
feel free to voice your own opinion.
What about somebody who wears a sweater with a quote, and under that sweater a T-shirt with a different quote?
I think it only matters what you're wearing above, like what people can see.
What about selling this as a package deal? You sell the sweater with a quote that says "I'm cold," and then your T-shirt that says "I'm hot."
Yeah,
I think people would buy both.
Maybe the high button could get into that business.
Yeah, I mean that's trademarked, by the way.
That is trademarked, people. Please don't steal that. We don't make any money off this, so please do not steal that from us. That's just the way I feel about it. I see a lot of quotes out there with a lot of T-shirts on it, and I feel like, you know, how long are you going to wear that T-shirt for? You're going to put it in the washer, put it in the dryer, maybe 2-3 months go by. You're giving it to Goodwill. But now when you buy a sweater with a quote on it, I think that's a whole different ballgame. I think that says a lot about your character.
You really care about that quote.
Yeah, you care about that quote.
I mean, every person has what? Maybe how many good sweaters?
3 good sweaters, 2, but sweaters 4 or 5 sweaters maybe.
Yeah, so that's like 20% of your wardrobe says this quote.
Yeah, 20% of this wardrobe. So yeah, that's my little thought on that. I saw a guy with a sweater today and it had a quote on it.
What was the quote?
I don't know. I was walking by too quick, but I just thought, okay, if this guy's wearing a sweater, and it was a good fit too, like it fit him well. I was like, all right, it's a good looking sweater, and it has a fucking quote on the front of it. It's like, you got to fucking commit to that sweater. You can't. You're gonna be wearing that sweater, and people are like, oh, that sweater says I live for sweaters. It's like, you know,
no fat chicks.
Yeah, it's like you gotta stand behind that sweater. It's a sweater. You don't just buy a sweater for the fuck of it. You got to try it on. You got to spin in it. You got to look at it. You got to fit in it.
You got to try to think. You probably not put it in the washer. I mean, the dryer.
No, you got to air dry it. You got to treat a sweater like you treat your women with delicacy. You got to, you know, it's a sweater. So especially with a quote, that's a lot of responsibility, my man. I don't know if you're ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that. I would never buy a sweater with a quote on it. I'm not even.
I'm not even buy T-shirts with quotes.
I would never.
I respect a good T-shirt with a quote. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna do it. Not for me.
If you got a good quote, send it our way. That's all I had to say.
That's what it ended up with?
Do you have anything to say about it?
No,
I just feel it's more commitment with a sweater, less commitment with a T-shirt.
I get the point.
All right. I'm not yelling. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to force feed it. I get it.
All right.
Fan or no fan time. Is Justin Belanger a fan of food courts?
Oh, Jesus. What a question. Yeah, I am.
I want you to... I know your original answer is yes. Now, we should have this discussion, and after the discussion, I want to see if you still have the same answer.
Okay.
So let's look at the pros of a food court. Mm-hmm. You want to take this one?
The pros. Variety.
Mm-hmm.
Seating.
See, I think seating is a pro and a con, because there can be trouble getting seating.
Popularity. A lot of people there. A lot of people see it.
That's a pro?
Well, I think if you're in a mall, you're wearing something fresh. Maybe people will see you wearing something fresh while you sit down.
I was at a food court today. It was like my lunchtime at work. It was terrible. I was sitting beside a group of teenagers, like at the same table.
Well, I'm gonna get from your vibe or your energy that you're bringing to me right now that you're not a fan.
And I'll tell you why I'm not a fan.
Why aren't you a fan?
First off, the food selections. There are no unique places at a food court.
It's just the plain.
It's either AW, Subway,
Chinese,
and
New York fries.
Yeah, and then you gotta go sit. It's so loud you can't enjoy your meal.
Do you like to sit in quiet when you eat your food?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I'm cool with a restaurant.
Like a low talking.
Oh, a restaurant's fun. Even if the restaurant's loud, I get it. But I just food court was nightmare today. I probably will never go back.
And what'd you get to eat?
It was like Chinese or something. The only place I didn't have a huge line. Probably my first mistake. Food was terrible. But like the noise, it's so loud. There's so many people. Like I got bumped into. Whoa, sorry. Then you gotta bring the tray back. You gotta go sneaking behind seats. People asking, "Oh, do you need this chair?" No, go take the fucking chair. I hate
the tray's a big thing. You got to bring it up. And I've always wondered, especially at McDonald's, when you know how they put the paper over the tray?
They don't clean that tray.
Do you put the paper in the garbage can, or do you keep the paper on and put the tray back up? Do you throw the paper out?
The paper.
See, I never threw the paper out. I always kept the paper and put it back on top.
Recycle. They put this got your food and shit on.
I know, but I just didn't want to touch the paper. There was always like a weird...
No, I always do push the paper. Like to let it fly in.
Oh, you do the momentum, like the momentum push. Yeah, see, I never did the momentum push because I was never I was never 100% accurate with my push.
Really?
It would go everywhere. I didn't have accuracy. Yeah, I didn't have accuracy with the push.
Interesting. I thought you would have.
Yeah, me too. If there was one thing I thought I'd be good at coming out of the womb, it would be the push into the fast food restaurant garbage can. But I never could get it.
Even if it goes halfway, you just jiggle it.
Yeah, because it is a little bit of a guiding thing. The tray is a little bit of a guide.
Yeah, you got to make sure the tray... First off, you dump the food in. And then usually the food moves the paper down a little bit. And then once it's down, you tilt a little more and you're good.
Well, to end this little fast food debate, I always say to go. So even though I don't go and I stay, I still don't get the tray, and I just pull everything out of the bag. And when I'm done, I just put everything back in the bag, throw the bag in the garbage. I don't have to deal with the tray, don't have to deal with the mess, don't have to deal with the inconvenience. I just have
I like the tray that lay the shit out, though.
Yeah, but I feel like I can just lay it out on the table. I don't need a tray.
Oh, those tables.
Yeah, but nothing's touching the table. Everything's still in its little.
I got you.
Its little cubby. You know, you put the fries on top of the nuggets, or you put the fries in first, and then because when I go to McDonald's, sorry for touching you again. When I go to McDonald's, I get the double quarter pounder meal, fries, 6 nuggets, and a root beer. So what I do is I put my quarter pounder out.
Root beer, Barks.
Put my burger in the tray, and then I put, you can flip it open, and then on the other side there's like a little cubby on that side. So what I do is I put my fries on that side.
What cubbies are you talking about?
Like, when you open like a double quarter pounder box. So on the other side of the box, I put my fries and then the nuggets on top of the fries. And then I'm set. So I got my own little...
You're yelling again.
My own little thing.
You're always yelling.
Sorry. Got a little excited.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, I like the tray. And maybe I should be trusting that paper. Because after hearing your story of leaving the paper on the tray, who's to say that paper hasn't been used?
Who is to say?
Who am I to just trust paper on a tray at a McDonald's establishment? Foolish of me, even. Silly.
What else do we have?
How long do you have to be a fan of a team for to not be considered a bandwagoner?
3 years.
It's a good time.
And
but what if they're successful for those 3 years?
No, then that doesn't count.
No, I'm gonna say 8 years.
8 years? Oh man.
And it depends when you became a fan. How old you were.
It honestly, it's if you have a better case if you became a fan of those teams when they fucking sucked.
Yeah, then you're not a bandwagoner at all.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the Philadelphia 76ers right now, you're not a bandwagoner. You're a fan of the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that's the thing. I don't like when, like, say last year in the playoffs, Golden State against Cleveland, I was rooting for Golden State. I'm not a bandwagoner. I'm not a fan of Golden State. If they win, I'm not going to brag. I'm not a bandwagoner for hoping they win. Yeah. There's a big difference.
So who is your team? Toronto?
And the Lakers. Toronto and the Lakers. And you can say, yeah, because the Lakers have been successful. But that's because I was like 6 years old when I became a Lakers fan.
So is Kobe the reason why?
Yeah.
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 Well, you're sticking with them right now in the tough times, so
not really. I'm more like a Raptors guy now, but I don't get that into sports to really care that much.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. And watch your step. Watch it,
Sarah.
So have you like?
So yeah, I say 3 years, and you have a better case for yourself. If the team sucks when you jump on the bandwagon.
I'm interested. Well, that's not possible, Justin. The team can't suck and then jump on the bandwagon. There's no bandwagon if the team sucks. That's not what a bandwagon is.
Okay, that's true.
But okay, I want to see how many Patriots fans there are in 5 years.
That's a good. Yeah, that'll be good.
Football's because if you watch a sport like hockey, a lot of people have their team set. That team's good or bad. They're a fan of that team. People don't know shit about football, especially up here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people who are Patriots fans who aren't going to be watching football in a couple years. And if they are, they're not going to be Patriots fans.
Mm-hmm. The thing, when it comes to Patriots fans and just football in general, Patriots fans in general, I think they are all Boston sports teams fans in general. You can't, I feel
a lot of them are.
I feel you can't be a Patriots fan and then root for the Pittsburgh, and then root for, what's a good example?
Montreal Canadiens.
Then root for, the Montreal Canadiens. I feel you have to do Boston Bruins. I feel like when it's Boston, it's Boston.
That's common, but there are definitely exceptions out there.
What do you think the best sports city in the world is?
Chicago.
Yeah, okay, but let me rephrase the question. Best winning sports team in the world, other than Boston, because Boston's won a lot of winning sports cities.
Chicago.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but they've only won hockey. Okay, I guess the Cubs.
The Bulls, Michael Jordan.
But I guess then let me rephrase the question again. I guess honestly,
this is your third.
Well, I was gonna say in the past 5 years, but then I guess it would have to be Chicago because they've won 3 cups in the past 6 years, and then Boston has won. I can't even count.
Pittsburgh won a cup and a Super Bowl.
L.A.
They won some cups. That's it, though, isn't it?
L.A. won 2 cups or 1 cup? 2 cups. I'm not sure. But then you got to count them as basketball too.
What's going on in baseball? New York is for a city like New York. All they got's baseball. It's crazy.
We got to go to some baseball games this year.
Yeah, I feel like we talk about this every episode, but it's true, and we're going to. And
if you guys want to come, if any High Button fans out here in Vancouver want to come with us, just shoot us a message, and you're more than welcome to join us.
If there are any Vancouver Canadians staff members listening, the High Button's looking for an official baseball team.
We are looking for an official baseball team. We'd like to get some in-room access to interview the players.
Let's just start the campaign right now.
We're gonna get some. Yeah, we should.
The High Button wants to be the official podcast of the Vancouver Canadians.
We do. There's no secret.
We're throwing it out there, and we're willing to make some sacrifices.
We are.
And
I want to do locker room post-game interviews.
Post-game? No, you don't want to go in post-game. You can't be funny post-game. You can't joke around.
After a win, you can.
Yeah, but if they lose, what are you going to...
Well, let's just hope they're a good team. What else do we got?
You know what pushes my buttons?
What does push your buttons?
When you go to a nice establishment, you sit down, you order one of the safest things on the menu, the nachos. And they dump the salsa, guac, and sour cream on the top of the nacho. What? Oh, good Lord.
Show some class. Put it in a bowl. Because if you think about it, even if you do put the guac, the salsa, and the sour cream on top, you're ruining 3 chips. I don't care if it's a
lot more than 3, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you're ruining a lot more than 3, I'll tell you what. But put them in a bowl. Don't put them on top, people. Come on.
And enough of this serving sour cream in one little cup. Like that's enough for a whole plate of nachos. Give me a break.
Yeah, they do always underserve that, don't they?
Yeah.
They never put enough in. I feel it's the same way with ketchup. Actually, no, but I guess at most diners they give you the whole bottle. But if there are definitely some establishments where they put ketchup in a little cup, and it's definitely not enough.
No, never.
No, but especially nachos. First of all, I think you're lucky if you get all 3 when you get nachos, the salsa, sour cream, and guac at once.
The guac is extra.
The place we went to tonight was an extra. It came with the whole thing.
Really?
And I think that's what a lot of places should do from now on. Just put 3 in there. Put the extra charge. Don't put the extra charge. Just make it 1 charge. Make it seem like people are saving money. Because when you put it on the side, like, yeah, we're charging you for guac. It's like, well.
Yeah. Why is guac the only thing on the nacho that's extra? Oh, I guess if you got like meat or something on it.
Just keep it part of the whole package. Don't add extra.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
So. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this podcast. I'm tired.
It's late.
You got that 2 beer buzz? You know when you have 2 beer and you're like, if I have 1 more, I'm getting drunk. And I was like, no, I got the podcast. But now I'm just tired. I'm wearing off. Now I got to go back home. Oh.
You can sleep here tonight.
It's my last chance to sleep in a bed for like a month.
It's true.
Not a month, but...
Do you got anything else to say to the people?
Not really.
Just say hi to them.
Hey people, I'm Tom. You know, I came in this world as a wide-eyed child with lots of hopes and dreams, and I didn't let the weight of the world hold me down and look at me now. Turning heads. I'm making things happen. I'm sealing the deal.
You're picking up steam.
Picking up